Welcome to Metaphysical Soul Speak. I'm your host, Alanna Fox Starks. Hi guys, I hope that your Friday has been going terrific for you. Today is the beginning, it was a kickoff for the weekend's festivities here in Cuenca, Ecuador. I have not attended anything yet. Maybe, who knows, maybe this weekend I will, provided I feel better. I'm almost there on the mend. Thank you very much for those who have asked. Basically, it's the Founders Day. Founders Day of Cuenca is being celebrated. So everyone is happy to live in this town. Everybody, I'm happy to be here. This is a great place to be. A lot of crazy news. The Julian Assange story, Assange, I don't even know. I barely know what the hell WikiLeaks is, but he is a WikiLeaks founder, and he has been arrested outside the London embassy. Well, not the London embassy, the Ecuadorian embassy in London. According to news here in Ecuador, I don't know if you all are getting this news or not, but the Ecuadorians were hiding him for 7 years because he was wanted on sexual assault charges. And when he resisted arrest, also those charges were added to the long list of things that he's apparently done wrong. Allegedly. I don't know what he did or didn't do, but according to the Ecuadorian government in the newspaper at 6 o'clock this morning, it was stated that he hired Russian hackers to overthrow the government here in Ecuador and turn us all communist. So there's that. If that's true, let him rot. I don't care. Some lady channeling the Arcturians was mentioning how she believes he's not really arrested for any things that, he didn't really do sexual assault 7 years ago, and that he's the aliens are telling her, he's going to turn state's evidence, and a bunch of heads are going to roll in the G6, G7, G whatever the hell. I don't know. It just all seems like, there's WikiLeaked information on every possibility surrounding this dude of mystery, and if he's innocent, he'll go free eventually, once it's all sorted. But if he's not, they got him, so good. Doesn't matter what website he found or what he did or didn't do. It's just, it's like, there's a reason why people will hole up for 7 years in an apartment and not see the light of day and seek asylum. It's not because they were having a joy-filled life and wanted to go on a vacation. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe one way or the other about this guy. I literally have been bombarded in every possible social media way with stories of this dude, and every single story is 100% brand new information and no relationship to all the other stories. So I think if I went looking, I could find 20 stories that don't mention the same material twice about this guy. I have no idea what's going on there. It's freaking weird, but I do know it's something that holds us away from our light to focus on it, and it doesn't matter in the long run. What's that guy got to do with me? Nothing. Not one damn thing. What does he have to do with you? Well, unless he's your brother or cousin, or the guy, maybe he assaulted you sexually. Unless you're that person, he's literally of no consequence. Thank God Ecuador is not going to go communist. I've met a lot of people with middle names Stalin or Lenin here, though. It's been a little bit of a cause for concern for me, actually, as I love this country. It is a socialist country, and I don't want to go communist. That doesn't work. We know that doesn't work. It's never worked in the past. Why should we expect different results? So I hope that it all is well. The American government did give, thank God, $4 billion to Ecuador as a loan. that Ecuador will pay back. I don't know, maybe I'll work on a project and try to figure out a way for Ecuador to pay it back. Maybe that's how I'll get my citizenship. Well, I don't know. They probably won't listen to me. But I'm a lady with a teeny tiny podcast with 21 listeners per night on average. Probably not going to listen to me, folks. I'll be stuck here another 4 years waiting to apply for citizenship. But that's okay. I really love this country and I would like to stay. My higher guidance says it's safe and I need to stay. It's a balance of the planet, and I'm here to balance more energy for the planet, so I am right where I need to be. So, in other news today, there were 3 earthquakes in the past 24 hours in the Alabama, Florida area. Really teeny tiny earthquakes, no damage, no one hurt. No real exciting news there, but that's good. No one got hurt. Happy about that. Keep the alligators safe. They didn't get hurt in the 2.5, 2.6, and 2.8 earthquake. But the geophysicists for the USGS survey have been a little concerned. This is the 8th earthquake. They've had 8 earthquakes in the past 1 year. Before that, it had been 10 years since any activity of a seismic nature had occurred there. They're wondering if it has something to do with the oil and gas companies there. People, please. We have the technology to have solar-powered cars. We have the technology to fly around in drone cars. And we have the technology to just have electric cars. Don't need the oil and gas people no more. We don't need oil. We don't need gas. The gas and oil people can go off on a vacation, flying around in their drone car and enjoying life because they don't need to do that dangerous, dirty, cancer-causing, horrible work that wrecks the planet. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Didn't mean to channel Captain Planet for you, but you know what? Earth Day is coming up. It's coming up in, about 10 days. So, I mean, we got to be Earth-minded. Not just one day a year, but every day, and every day we should try to be Earth-minded in every possible way. But that's just my 2 cents. All right. There has been on the eastern seaboard of the United States a massive pollen outbreak. I don't know. It's not an outbreak, but a release of pollen by like a bunch of flowers and trees all at once. So much so that all of North Carolina, especially Durham, downtown, was bright freaking yellow, and people took to Twitter in swarms. Get it? Bees, pollen swarms. Anyway, they were like complaining, oh my God, my allergies are so bad today. I can't breathe today. Asthma is bad today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you live on the eastern seaboard, because people in New York are being affected by this, so all the way up and down the eastern seaboard, east coast of the states, please wear a freaking mask or don't leave the house. Turn on your air conditioner. You can run it on the fan mode if it's cold out. Take care of yourself. This is really kind of horrible. Another thing is vitamin C does have antihistamine qualities, and stay away from hot peppers, which do release histamines and will make your allergies worse. It'll make your pain better, but it'll make your allergies worse. So just be careful. Be careful out there, guys. 2 days ago, my girlfriend told me that all over the news was news about the bomb cyclone I mentioned a week ago was going to happen, and well, it happened. So if you're in the middle of the states and you're being bombed by the bomb cyclone, stay inside. Please keep warm. I hope you're okay. Everyone in the States, y'all have my love and affection always, and I'm always praying for you guys because that's my first country. Never going to give up my citizenship there, even if I will become an Ecuadorian also. I just want to have a dual citizenship. I just, hedge your bets. All right. There was a streak of turquoise blue light this time across the Las Vegas around 11:40 p.m. last night. And it was caught by a camera on the Rhodes Ranch right outside the city. And I saw the video. It's like pretty compelling. So I think it's just a meteor. I mean, given the bolides that have been coming down, I mean, seriously, have you ever seen on Facebook Messenger the dinosaurs running for their lives saying everything sucks and there's meteors? It's like one of the like packets of stickers. That's how I feel like eventually that's going to happen. I don't know why I find it funny, but angel of death humor. Hey, Yoka, you know, it's kind of, we're never going to die. Why be afraid? But we're just going to change form. But anyway, it's just, in Cuenca news, the tramvia that took like over a decade to complete, plan and complete, and it finally was up and running, and some guy like kind of swerved into the lane of the tramvia thinking what a train can like swerve out of his way. Anyway, he collided with the train. They're both okay, but he's being sued by the government, probably jailed. There's a hunger strike here in Turi in the local jail because on the 4th of this month, they just stopped, providing commissary. And so the people can't buy shampoo and combs and all that. And so they've decided to stop eating. I don't know how that makes sense. Kind of want to bring them a pizza. I don't know. So I had a little bit more local news than usual. I paid attention to local news. Oh my God, that's just really so not like me at all. So something strange happened to me yesterday. I was home alone and recorded my introduction. And I think I mentioned that I was feeling really strange and woozy. And I was today too. But yesterday I felt really crazy out of it. And I was asking, is it my vitamins, my minerals, my blood sugar? I'm doing kinesiology testing, just muscle testing for everything. And finally, I'm like, do I have a spirit attachment? Is there a dead person trying to get in touch with me? And the answer was no, but I had an attachment. And is it a fairy folk? What is it? I'm asking everything. I had a bat flew, a bat had died. And its spirit energy, its soul, its bat soul, attached to my aura near my head. And I was feeling the energy of batty batness all day long yesterday. And I kept coming across pictures of bats on YouTube. Every time I go to look up something, there's another picture of a bat. It was so strange. And even when I was typing on my phone, I was saying, I can't remember what word I was saying, but the word bat kept coming up to replace the word. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, I guess he got tangled up in my aura because he saw my light, because bats have a different sort of way of vision, of seeing things, I guess. And his spirit saw my light, got tangled in my aura, and I just felt batty. And it to the point where I heard a bat in my house, and it was like the sonar sound of a bat, and I started to panic because I live in South America and we do have vampire bats. They do bite you. You don't even know that they're biting you. You just look down and holy crap, your leg is bleeding in the shape of a V, or in the shape of two fangs. That also has happened. Both of those things happened to my son. I told him, boy, you get bit one more time, honey, you're a vampire. I won't ever have to worry about you if you're the undead, but you can't go in the sun again. So don't go outside when the bats are out. Anyway, he knows I'm scared of bats. I'm not afraid of bats in general. I'm afraid of vampire variety. And they need to feed. And if they're in the urban area by some weird fluke, they will feed on humans. Well, he left our 3rd bedroom window open, wide open. And I heard the squeaking and I went, oh my God, there's a bat. It's gonna bite me and I'm not gonna have a choice. Because they're very good at eluding and evading people, and they're good at biting you and you don't even know it until later, and you just see the blood and you're like, wait, what? And they're long gone by the time you notice it. So I was just like kind of freaking out. And then I realized it's a spirit attachment. And that's how I kept having all these ideas of bats and all of the stuff that happened. So I gently released it, and Archangel Michael took care of it for me. And I mention it because I want you guys to make sure that every single night before you sleep, just say out loud or in your head if you're around people and don't want to appear as crazy as your crazy resident Heyoka shaman here. Just ask Archangel Michael in this way. This is all you need to do. It's super simple. You say these words. Archangel Michael, please be with me. I'd like to connect with you now. Archangel Michael, I am asking you and requesting, please cut all cords and ties and all forms of attachments that I have to everybody and everything, spiritual or physical or anything I know. I want to release all the cords and ties and attachments between all my friends, family, everything. And please help them as well. So cut all those cords. And what this does for you when you cut the cords is it gives you your strength and your own power back. And also cutting out, spirit attachments and, probably not demons anymore. That doesn't really happen so much anymore. But, might be some weird flukes or phantasms. Ghosts might come to, push on your head if you're a shaman, give you a headache. Most of the headache symptoms lately have been Ascension, but, that can still happen if they're a little confused. We're burning brighter, brighter, brighter than we ever were before. I mean, there might be a lot of spirits, especially animal spirits, that get tangled up in us. Because as we ascend, we're going up and burning brighter, on other levels of existence, because we're multi-dimensional beings. So it's possible that we're shining so bright in the other realms, the other parts of our multidimensional bodies that we can't see, that we're not aware of. But it's so bright that I think it's possible to attract animals. But I was an animal trainer in heaven, and maybe this bat in particular knew me. But it's okay to completely cut all cords and ties to your family. Doesn't mean you're cutting ties to your family. It's just the energetic, manipulative ties and the drains and the if someone calls you and they talk to you for like 2 freaking hours and nothing was said, or if somebody keeps relying on you overly so, and you're just like emotionally and mentally freaking drained from it, those are the ties I'm talking about. And even sexual ties, if you've had sex with somebody at any point in the past 10 years, you're still tied to them. Even if it was 9 years ago, you got to ask Archangel Michael, please cut all those ties. It's easier to love people when when they don't have a cord feeding to you, like an umbilical cord. It's gross. It's icky energy. You don't need it or want it. Trust me on this. So I try to do it every day, and I had forgotten for a day or two, so I think that's how the bat got tangled up in me. So there's that. All right. It won't make people not call you or not, so if it's like your best friend and you guys have an intense cord and tie together and you feel their emotions to the point of you're depressed because they had a bad day. That's what I mean. You got to cut those cords, even if they're not doing it intentionally. Most people are not hurting you intentionally. Some people are just freaking psychic vampires, not bats, but just vampires. And you don't need that. Not while you're ascending. You are a bright, shining, shooting star going up, and you don't need anything holding you back. In Schumann Resonance today, so on the 12th, which is today, at 1440 UTC, it says minor activity started at 2:30 UTC with peak at 10 to 15 hertz. At 8 UTC, there have been a slight increase, and the average amplitude remained between 15 and 20 hertz. But at 14 UTC, We are seeing a strong increase with the spike that reached 54 hertz. I don't know about you guys, but I am just loving this news. I am feeling hot, like so hot. I feel like, I don't know, Los Angeles on my birthday in August. It's hot. It's uncomfortable. I'm sweaty. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and it's not hot outside. It's the heat from all this intense energy. Plasma energy coming in from the sun. Apparently a bunch of people from other planets have been arriving, but we're going to go over that in a minute. All right, so then it said at 17 o'clock UTC time, it says the variation did not end with the previous peak. After about 2 hours where it had been above 55 hertz, then at 15:30 UTC, the amplitude went to 60 hertz to continue for the time until this update into very high values. Then it said at 18 UTC, it seems that the powerful activity is continuing. The white continued for the last hour. When they say the white, that means the whole graph normally is green. It's like black with a little bit of green on the graph itself. But when it's completely white, that means we're fully immersed in the fifth dimension. So just think the fifth dimension is a white dimension. I've seen it as that. It's not only that, it's more like, it's not just pure white light. That's more like the ninth and above, like in the 11th dimension. But the fifth dimension, it's the same as where we were, but without all the negative crap and the doubting yourself and the BS and just the junk that you don't need in your life anymore. So it says, it seems that the powerful activity is continuing. The white continued for the last hour. The amplitude of the resonance remained at relevant levels, and then it started to fall initially before 50 hertz, then lastly below 30 hertz to regain momentum, and it went back to 50 hertz and above. So yay, that's awesome. We're in the fifth dimension. I don't know about you guys, but ever since April 1st, I have felt so positive about my life, about my future, about where things are headed. And it's just been really wonderful. I hope you're feeling the same. I hope you could catch that same wave, dude, the same wave I'm on, because it's a good one. After these messages, I'm going to come back with information on why you need to be grateful. Having an attitude of gratitude is good for you, and we're going to discuss the ways how. Coming back after this. Hey you, have you ever thought about having your own podcast like me? Was it even a New Year's resolution? For me, it sure was. But as I've been looking into this for months, I was daunted. There's so many questions I had. When I was trying to get this off the ground, I was wondering, how do I record the episode? How do I get it across all the platforms? How do I get my podcast on Apple Podcasts when I don't even have an iPhone? How do I get it onto Spotify and all the other places? How do I get people to listen? And how do I make money from my podcast? How do I edit it? Oh my God, I had all these questions and I was so confused until I discovered the simple answer is Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free, and it is ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. All you need to do is record it. You don't have to go out and look for people to advertise on your show. They help you. So basically what I like about podcasting is I don't have to have a video of myself. You don't know if my hair is dirty or if I'm still in my pajamas or even if I'm wearing makeup. Haha. And it's so easy. I could do this from the comfort of my own home in my living room using this amazing app right from my cell phone. So easy, right? So if you've always wanted to start your own podcast and make money, by the way, doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start. That is anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters that are already using Anchor. Again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast, and I can't wait to favorite you. Woohoo! Let's be broadcast podcast buddies. I'll see you there. Gratitude. Gratitude is very similar to appreciation. When you appreciate something, that has two meanings. One is that you are raising something in esteem or value. To appreciate it. If you appreciate something in the other way, you are just flowing out. There's an energy that flows out of you from your heart, your mind, and your soul, and your body just feels relaxed and almost like being in love, but without the hormones that are triggered by physical touch, which is kind of a trick in the beginning when I'm falling in love. Lustful, la la la. That's not what I'm talking about here. Appreciation is when you can sit with something, like say it's a piece of art. I could sit with a Van Gogh, and I have. The people in the Detroit Institute for the Arts can attest to that. There's a couple pieces by Van Gogh that I can just sit and stare at and appreciate. And I just feel so relaxed. I get into almost a trance or meditative state. One time I was standing before the postman, El Postino, and I was looking into this painting, and when I saw it in a book, I was like, strange painting, I don't know. But when you're in the presence of art created by a great master, like Vincent van Gogh, something washes over you. I felt his spirit with me, and he stood behind me, and he goes, "You like this one, huh?" And I'm like, "Yes, I love all your work." And then I started having a conversation. I'm on security cameras having a conversation with the ghost of Van Gogh that nobody could see but me. My kids are like, "Mom, I think it's time to go. Are you high?" I'm like, no, I'm just having a conversation with Vincent van Gogh's spirit. That's all. When you're a psychic medium, you get into situations. So, yeah, there's that. But appreciation is like when you can appreciate something like a fine meal in a good restaurant, or a high quality piece of clothing, or a fine-tuned automobile that just purrs like a kitten when you turn it on. When you turn that key and it just, whew. There's a couple cars I heard that just, it blew my mind. Like I couldn't speak for a couple minutes, where I just was like, wow. And most cars, like Toyotas, whatever, utilization cars, like point A to point B. But what I'm talking about, when you appreciate something, it doesn't even have to be materialistic. I mean, I appreciate a good flower. I appreciate the smell of coffee. So gratitude is a lot like appreciation, but it's almost like one step further. To appreciate something, it's passive. I think to have gratitude for something, to really feel grateful, you have to be active. It's almost like yin and yang of the same thing, the passive and the active principles. So the more I think about it, and I'm just like flying by the seat of my pants here. I did take some notes though. So we're going to get on into these notes. When you have an attitude of gratitude, that will increase you in every possible way in your life. Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And when you hold a journal in your hands that is only for gratitude, and you spend 5 days a minute? No, wait, that doesn't make sense. 5 minutes a day. Spend 5 minutes a day with this for 90 days and really, truly feel grateful, an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for something new every day. 5 things new every day. Take 5 minutes. Write the thing down and spend 1 minute thinking about how much you appreciate it and you have gratitude for it. Feel it, feel it, feel it so deep. Do that for 90 days. I guarantee this, what I'm about to read you, my notes, this all will come true for you. So if you've been a little bit of a negative Nelly or a little bit scared about the future or having doubts about yourself, first of all, you got to do a good cleanse on yourself. Cut those cords, cleanse your chakras, ask Archangel Michael to help you, pray to God to help you. Especially if you're Christian, just pray straight to God. Like if you're Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, that might be the best way for you. Everyone believes in Archangel Michael, no matter what the religion, which is cool. But just pray directly to God. That's always the best advice. Or, universe, Lord, Lady, whatever you want to call it. To me, Dios, Allah, it's all the same. Jehovah, it's all the same. All right. The point is, we want you to be happier and healthier, and so this is what we're going to do. So have an attitude of gratitude. Keep a journal. Keep a journal only for that. Use a pen only for that. Don't write your grocery list, nothing like that. Make this book sacred. Put it on your bedside table before you go to sleep at night. If you want to double up, wake up in the morning and read what you wrote the night before and continue that attitude of gratitude. Remember in the hypnosis episode a couple days ago that I did tell you it's really, really good for you to use the last 15 minutes before you go to sleep and the first 15 minutes before you get out of bed. Use that time because you're in a natural state of environmental hypnosis. Use that to create your best life ever. So, all right. If you can hold the energy of gratitude for 5 minutes a day, it creates such intense changes in your body that the more you feel gratitude, the more you want to feel gratitude. And the more you feel gratitude, the happier you feel. And the happier you feel, the less depression that you have in your mind, the less anxiety you have in your mind, the less PTSD you have in your mind. And then the more grateful you are because you have less of those things and you have more gratitude. And the more gratitude you have, the more happier you feel. You see how it's a positive feedback loop. It's an endless loop. So go loop-de-loop for gratitude and change your attitude, and it will create a whole new life for you. So feeling gratitude is a skill, and that's why it does take 90 days to fully feel the immersion into this process. So it is a personality trait. It's a skill that you can develop. It's like a muscle. And if you haven't used this muscle in a while, it might be sore for a few days, might be hard to do. You might be like, I don't want to feel gratitude. Or you might just be like, wow, that was awesome. I want to do it again. But just make yourself do it every day for like a few days. And then you're going to get to a point where something, your brain will switch and you're going to go, oh my gosh. Ooh, I can't wait to go to bed. I can't wait to get into my gratitude journal. Oh, I can't wait. My God, so many things are happening today. I did my gratitude journal for 3 days in a row, and now there's a rainbow. Now there's clouds in the sky, and they're puffy and white. My coworker, who usually hates me, bought me a coffee. Now we're becoming friends. Who knew? You never know what's going to change in your life when you make one little teeny tiny, weensy weensy little effort in a different direction. Sure, you might have the same job, you might have the same apartment, you might have the same stale old crusty girlfriend or boyfriend, but when you make one little tweak, everything will change. Like a butterfly flapping its wings. Remember that? That's a reference that's in a lot of movies. I'll probably get to the butterfly flapping its wings thing. We're going to go through that too, I think. That's a good idea. Okay, so when you have an attitude of gratitude and you're feeling the joy and you're feeling the appreciation and you're just starting to be more and more positive in your life, you're going to become more likable, more attractive, friendlier. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to be able to attract that man of your dreams, that woman of your dreams, that transgender person of your dreams, he, she, or them. You will be attracting that one person that will be honking in your way and saying, hey, I'm here. Your smile is so contagious. I couldn't help myself. I was drawn to you like a frickin' magnet. Like a moth to a flame. You will become more likable, friendlier, and your relationships will blossom and bloom in your career. Your career will take off. Your goals will be easier to reach. You will feel lighter and happier. And as we gain the energy of the fifth dimension and the ascension energies are also blooming all around us and inside us and in all the people around us, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier. And what's it? It is life. Life is going to become better, more positive, more passionate, and more filled with joy in every possible relationship. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, strangers on the street, dogs, cats, you name it. You're going to feel like so much gratitude that joy will bubble up, and then you're going to start to feel love, and then that will lead to, you might just fall in love with the whole wide world, with everybody in it, whether they're curmudgeon-y or cranky or mean or ugly or, half dead or not awake. You're still going to love them. You're going to have compassion and love them because you have gratitude. That attitude of gratitude, it's like the golden ticket to a secret life you never dreamed possible before, except in recent times, because you're getting glimpses and glimmers in the sky and the messages in the clouds and the rainbows. It's all coming your way, man. So when you have more gratitude, your career will start to take off because you're going to be able to network because you're friendlier, and you're also going to be more productive in every aspect of your life. In your work, in your career, your personal projects, your passion projects. If you ever wanted to be an artist before, this might be the time to start and coincide it with an attitude of gratitude journal, gratefulness journal. Say thank you all the time People that say thank you and they're grateful attract more and more people, and they're considered the friendliest, the most likable, the most popular. Even if you're an introvert, you want to be likable, right? I mean, I'm an introvert and I'm trying to be grateful all the time. There are many studies saying that having an attitude of gratitude and actively practicing this energy every single day of your life will make you healthier physically and mentally and emotionally. Now, healthier, in 2003, there was a study called Count Your Blessings versus Your Burdens. And it found at the end of the 90 days, I think they did it for, I'm not sure. That part I forgot to look up, of course. Always something. All right. But that's okay. I'm grateful that I even know about this study at all. I knew I was going to do this as my show today, and I started looking stuff up, and I just found out all this remarkable information. So I am grateful for that. So you will have less physical ill health symptoms by 16% reduction if you have an attitude of gratitude every day. So say you do catch a cold, you're going to get over it quickly by 16%. If it's normally going to be 16 days, now it's going to be 15. No, I don't think that's how it works. If it's going to be 100 days, it's going to be only 84 days. Okay, not true. You're not going to get sick for that long. You probably won't get sick at all. Attitude of gratitude increases your immune system and stops your stress levels and increases your brain function so you could think better and be more productive. And you're going to remember to take your vitamins and minerals. You remember to do your muscle testing. Body, do you want to eat meat today? Body, do you want to eat, a fruit today? Is it a strawberry day or an apple day? Just be grateful for every single thing in your life. Be grateful your socks don't have a hole in them. And if they have a hole in them, be grateful you have socks. And if you don't have socks, be grateful you've got feet. And if you don't got feet, be grateful you got legs. And well, you get the point. If you don't got legs, be grateful for something else. You have ears to hear this podcast, don't you? That's something. So you will be healthier, and more time will be spent exercising, in fact, by 19%. You will want to exercise because you're so happy and positive and grateful that you have more extra energy. When you have more extra energy, you're going to want to exercise more because you want to get rid of all the extra energy. Then you get happier and positive and grateful because now you're looking better, and now you feel good, and now you're vital. Also, you'll have 10% reduction in pain. So if you normally get like a backache or something, if you're positive, it's going to reduce by 10%, man. That's so cool. You will also have 8% increased sleeping time, and during your sleep, you're going to have better sleep quality by 25%. According to these studies, or this study. Now, other studies from 2004 up until now have concluded that you will have increased vitality and energy with an attitude of gratitude. When you feel grateful, you are going to have better sleep, less depression, less hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and you're going to have greater sense of appreciation and greater sense of gratitude. The more you feel that, the more you're going to have it. And the more you have it, the more you're going to feel the relaxation response being induced in your body. And it's going to increase your endorphins and lower your cortisol. And they discovered all of this in so many studies. Also, maybe you want to live longer. I don't know. Feel grateful, and you're going to live longer. And you're going to have a happier, more positive life while living those extra months or years. Sounds good to me. It's like a win-win-win. Everyone wants you to live longer. Everyone wants to be around you. You want to be around you. And you feel great now that you're grateful. Great. You feel great now that you're grateful. I didn't even do that on purpose. So basically, what else? Okay, so I'm healthier. Now, when you have an attitude of gratitude, you are more optimistic. And when you're more optimistic, bada boom, bada bing, those ideas just start flowing like water, baby. They come to you so rapid fire fast. The more you are grateful, the more the opportunities and the abilities and things you didn't see before when you were in a negative, pessimistic state of mind, boom, it will start coming. The problems that are created by a mind can never be solved by that same mind, by that state of mind. But when you increase your mind and appreciate, raise your mind in value by feeling an attitude of gratitude and that thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, feelings inside of you, what happens is you become more optimistic. And then you start asking questions. All right, yes, I'm going to do it your way, God. Okay, yeah. All right, I don't see how, but you're the one in charge of the how. I'm in charge of just doing the little tasks, the itty bitty little teeny tiny tasks, the incy wincy itty bitty things every single day, like practicing an attitude of gratitude. And then I'm going to do my work. Like, I feel grateful, I do my podcast. The people are going to come and I'm going to make an income. Now, at first I was like, how am I going to get people on my mailing list? How am I going to get that started? How am I going to get this stuff started? Are you like that? Are you like, I don't know how? Well, you know what? One day I just said, I don't know how. I'm either going to live or die. I'm not going to worry about it because the future is the future and the future never comes. Today's the present. That's what I've got right now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you. It's up to you, God. You want me up there with you? Call me home. You want me here? Send me more money so I can eat, so I can live, so I can be. So I can be your humble servant. So I can be your faithful Heyoka lightning shaman and do your work in the world. And you know what? The next day, I had an idea. Oh yeah, well maybe if I just look up for somebody that has a metaphysical mailing list, maybe that's real. And you know what? I found 144,000 people on that list. It is real. Some of you are probably hearing me as a very result of that list. And then I was thinking, well, how about if so-and-so, if this many people, and I started doing the math and I started to panic and stress over that. Oh, well, what percentage of people are going to listen? Maybe 30%. And out of those 30%, maybe 65 are going to skip through my ads. And when they skip through my ads, I don't get paid. And maybe I could just count on only this amount. And then I started stressing myself out again. And I'm like, wait a minute. If God puts you to it, he's going to pull you through it. If he brings you to a situation, he's going to help you see the other end of that, right? It's just an exercise. So I started like, okay, yeah. All the stuff I know. Okay, because all the stuff I tell you guys, I tell myself. So I started going through this process. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this. Okay. Got that. I got that. And yesterday was the first day of the ad. 5,000 people got the first blast of my ad. And when they did, I got 65 new listens in one day. I haven't even checked today. I know I'm well over 3,000 listeners from the beginning till today. Today's 101, episode 101. So it's already getting better, and it's only been one day. And my ads are going to continuously be running until February 2020, yo. So I got that going. And then God said, well, what about people that are going to donate to you? Oh my God, I have such an attitude of gratitude for my good friend and my sister from another Mr. Rainy Bonus. Rainy Bonus gave me a bonus. She is one of my supporters, one of my sponsors. Well, no, supporter. Yeah, wait, what? No, listener supporter. Yeah, listener support. Because my sponsor is the ad placement. You know, companies paying me, but then the people, I'm going to be people powered. And God told me, be Be on the lookout for more. More people will send you metaphysicalsoulspeak@gmail.com on the PayPal. More people are going to do that. You're going to feel supported. And I do, and I thank you, Rainey, from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful. I feel so loved and supported. My God, just your money. And Philip Head is my other supporter. And every month, that money comes. My supporters, it's starting to start. I'm beginning the begin. This is the iniciando of my regime. It's happening. Then you know what? It's because I keep opening my mind and expanding my mind to more and more ever effervescent levels of this gratitude feeling. Now, my situation is not yours, but what is yours? Keep feeling grateful. Are you single and stuck in a dead-end town or city or living out in the country? Feel grateful for the countryside. The love of your life might break down in a car and you've got to go help them. Maybe you're the only one for miles that has a rotary belt that will fit that car exactly. Things that are weirder have been known to happen. So keep that optimistic attitude going by feeling grateful and appreciating every stinking moment of your life. Even the stinky moments, appreciate it. Because you can't have the bad without the good, but now we're getting into a level in Ascension where we're going to just the good. Oh, we're dropping all of our doubts, we're dropping all of our fears, we're dropping all of our negative attitudes towards ourselves and towards others, towards our past. We're letting it go. Pull out the bits and pieces of the slop that's in your hair and your aura and just throw it in the bucket and go slop those hogs. That's not for you, baby, because what you have coming is fine, fancy French dining. Not snails. Never snails. Oh my good God. Whoever ate a snail and said, this sounds like a good idea. Let's start a freaking restaurant. We'll call it Petit Escargot. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. That's just insane. But why would they eat snails? Oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with some people, but sorry for the judgment there, but it's just so gross. I don't know. I'm a farmhouse breakfast sort of girl, bacon and eggs and toast and just, potatoes with the onions. Even if it's fake and bacon, I don't care, but just like a farmhouse breakfast to me, breakfast for dinner, Brenner, oh my God, that's like the best thing ever. Making pancakes once a month for dinner. Oh, yeah. But I like fine French food too, but I like a good fondue as much as the next gal. But, everyone has a different thing that they eat. I want to wake up to having fancy fruits every day. Strawberries and grapes and mangoes and dragon fruit and passion fruit and papaya and pineapple and coconut. And I have an optimistic attitude that one day I'm going to wake up and all of it will be prepared for me every single day because I get to employ somebody and I get to help them have a job and have fun with their life too. And I'll help them make sure they see their dreams through also, because I think that's super important. So the next thing that having an attitude of gratitude will do for you is you will become less materialistic because you're going to start focusing on things like the color of green in the grass. No, not like you're high, although that could be fun too. Appreciate a good weed. Oh my God, there's so many weeds to choose from, and you should be grateful. You can walk into any store in California or Colorado or any host of 16 states now? Pretty soon it's going to be legal across the whole U.S. It's legal in Canada, right? Pretty soon our weed is going to be free. Not free. We're going to have to pay for it and pay taxes, but we needed roads because we need to drive to get our weed. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So, but you'll become less materialistic because you're going to be too busy smelling the daisies and eating the grapes to worry about having that latest Rolex watch or the Timex watch that has a 25th hour. What? How is that possible? They just made all the hours 40 minutes each, roughly. Gimmicky. But it's 25, so I like it. I appreciate that. Actually, I kind of want one. I was born on the 25th. It'd be cool to have a 25th hour every day. So if you are less materialistic, you're going to spend less money. You might make less money because you're spending less time worrying about the rat race and making it. Ooh, do. Need the money. Make it rain. You're going to be too busy looking at the actual rain that drops on your face and how you feel like God is washing your face for you and washing your soul and taking away all the things that did not make you whole. That's how this is going to go, man. This is how it's going to happen, my friends. So when you have an attitude of gratitude, you're going to become more inspired and more higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, and you can become more and more aware of the ascension, because the more you're grateful, the more your vibration will raise. The more your vibration raises, the more colors you're going to see in the sky, the more you're going to ascend into the fifth dimension deeper and deeper and deeper. And the more you get up there, the happier you become. The happier you become, the more grateful you feel. The more grateful you feel, the more you can appreciate. The more you appreciate, the more love that flows from your heart and around you, and all the angels will kiss you more and more. Okay, maybe not that part, but maybe you'll get a unicorn at the unicorn store. See that movie. Oh my God, see that movie right now as soon as you're done listening to my show. I just saw this a couple days ago, and I started watching it again today. It was so good. The unicorn store, yes, say yes to it. Appreciate it. Oh, I feel like she is the little child trapped inside me, the main character. I mean, the whole wide world is wearing colors of brown, just brown, like bleh, color of dead leaves, bleh. And she's wearing like a baby blue sweater with puffy white clouds. And I'm like, yes, I so relate to her. And she's like painting rainbows and she's loving unicorns. And that's her thing, is unicorns. Me, it's more mermaids, but I mean, and dragons. Oh, I love the dragons. But it's like so unleashing and freeing in your mind and imagination. And that's what the attitude of gratitude and appreciation can do for you. The more you open up to possibilities, the more you get closer to buying your own unicorn. Okay, wait, that wasn't the point of this. But you know what I mean. I know inside you, deep inside you, was that seed and that kernel and that beginning and that potential. And in that potential was the whole world. That seed became the pearl, but you forgot it was there and became just an oyster kind of oozing around and slamming through life, snapping shut at everyone's suggestions of how to improve, right? Nah, that's the old you. That was you from a couple of years ago. That was me from like 3-4 years ago. You know, especially 7-8 years ago. I had a really hard life. You guys know. You know, you've been following me long enough, you're going to know. You go back and listen to my old episodes, you're going to hear my story. It's pretty crazy. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm whole. I'm here now. So, if you have an attitude of gratitude, you are going to bounce back quicker from any setback that may occur. If you're down and out due to an illness in your physical body, it's going to come back by 16% faster than you ever expected. You're going to live longer, you're going to be grateful more, and the more grateful you're going to be, the less sick you'll get in the long run. You will bounce back quicker from anything that happens, a shock, a setback. Like if you have a car accident, you get fired from your job, or someone in your life dies, you're gonna bounce back, because you know, if an attitude of gratitude is your best friend and your constant companion at your side, instead of going, woe is me, I lost Aunt Edna, you're gonna say, you know what? I'm grateful I had that last few moments with Aunt Edna. I'm glad I had her pie. She was such a good pie baker, or I'm glad I got to see her art. She's a famous artist. Boy, look at that art over there. It's so beautiful. Oh, I'm so grateful. And now that she's died, I don't have to come over every year on Easter only to see that piece of art. She left it to me in her will. Okay, I don't have an Aunt Edna. But I mean, I'm saying, like, you just feel grateful. Like, if someone dies, something better or good might come out of it. Maybe you only talk to them twice a year, but now you're developing your telepathy and your psychic communication and your necromancy skills. Maybe you are able to talk to the dead. And now Aunt Anna can come over every Saturday, have a tea party. Well, only you could see her, or anyone who's also telepathic and psychic medium. But maybe you'll feel her hug you at night, or maybe she'll kiss your forehead, Maybe the same thing with any death. Like, it's not really a death. It's just a transformation. Barbara Marx Hubbard, God bless her, God rest her soul, she passed away this week. She was one of the light warriors and the light workers in the beginning part of the New Age movement. But now she's paved the way for all of us to be able to openly and outwardly talk about that. I am grateful for Barbara Marx Hubbard. If it wasn't for her and pioneers in the New Age movement like her, we wouldn't even be talking Ascension right now. So I'm grateful for her. And I'm grateful and I'm happy for her, and I appreciate her, and I'm grateful. So wherever she is beaming down on me right now going, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you too. Maybe she has an attitude of gratitude also. And maybe that's just catchy. The only thing we want to be contagious is an attitude of gratitude and all your smiles. You'll have smiles for miles with an attitude of gratitude. You will feel happier. And I saved the best for last. You are going to feel beautiful on the inside. That's going to reflect on the outside. And when you radiate this attitude of gratitude, people take notice. People know. And when you feel good, you're going to make everyone feel good magnetically, because the rhythm and beating of your heart is felt subconsciously by all the people around you. Did you know that? Your heartbeat puts out an energy, a hertz frequency and vibration. The heart math of the universe, of the world, of this planet, that is what the Schumann Resonance is. Our hearts are jump-starting the energy and vibration rays of the planet. So you see, when you feel good and you look good on the inside and the outside, it's going to increase your actual beauty. You're going to smile a lot more. Should you worry about crow's feet? Oh, hell yeah. If you have crow's feet, how the hell are you going to buy shoes? Feet, crow's feet, shoes. Hey, yoga. I got you. Did I get you right there? But yeah, don't worry about laugh lines. Call them laugh out loud lines or live out loud lines. Why not? Because the more you feel good inside, it's going to radiate like a big sun that you are. And basically, you're going to be like Ralph Smart when he says, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? I think that I'm like channeling Ralph Smart right now. His presence is so big. He's on the other side of the planet, and he's so big in his radiance, and sometimes I channel him. I love you, Ralph. I hope you hear this someday and laugh and laugh and laugh. But I love each and every one of you. I am grateful to have you as a part of my spiritual ascension journey. It's been super fun doing this show. I am just going to keep on going and going. It's my passion. I hope you can tell. I hope you enjoy it also. So I I'm not going to waste your time anymore. What are you waiting for? Get out there and start appreciating the world around you. Get out there and write down 5 things you're grateful for. You could count them on one hand. Well, unless you're missing a finger. We're not going to talk about that, though. You know how to count to 5. Count to 5 to stay alive. Be grateful for every moment. Every moment. That's all I got to say about that, guys. I love you with my whole heart, my soul, my mind. I love you guys. I love you, man. And once again, thank you, Rainey. You keep me alive longer because I'm so grateful for you. And I have so much appreciation and love for you. For every single one of you. And Philip, same thing. Ditto, ditto, ditto. I can't do it without the support, literally the support of my listeners. So send me an email, shoot me a message at metaphysicalsoulspeak@gmail.com. That's also the PayPal address for donations if you are so inclined. And that's it. I hope you have a fabulous day tomorrow. And I will come back with the last little tidbits and information and stories and cool little bits of information about Grandma Marion, Reverend Marion Jones tomorrow. It is our final Reverend Marion Jones episode, and then I will have to come up with a new theme for Saturdays. But you know what? It's been a really good ride, right? I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I met Grandma Marion and that we were able for the past 2.5 months to have shows about her life. She wanted the world to know, and I found a way to express her stories through my show and my storytelling, and I've been having a lot of fun. So I hope you guys appreciate that. So right now, though, I'm signing off with peace and love and joy and gratitude. So thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And now I'm going to go on into the high vibes of the holy 5th dimension. Until tomorrow, guys. Metaphysical Soul Speak is run on sponsors and listener support. This means listeners like you. If you are so inclined to support my efforts and my little podcast, please visit me at anchor.fm/metaphysical and pledge an amount of your choosing today. Thank you.